They're lying to you about the crypto market, and this video might be the last piece of information that you need to know exactly what you need to do. Because some people might believe that alt season might already be over. In the month of October, which you probably already know is historically the second best month for crypto. And right around the corner, we had the month of November, which we expected our crypto to skyrocket to the moon. But what if it's not over yet for crypto and we actually see prices keep moving up higher? And if prices do, I'm going to show you a crypto category that everybody is sleeping on that has been performing extremely well. And if prices continue to run up, I think this category is going to continue to run up higher and even higher. But there's a huge crypto warning that everyone needs to know so you don't make the same mistake that everyone else makes, so that you're not left buying at an all-time high, and then when prices drop, you're beating yourself saying, dang, I should have sold when prices were at an all-time high, and then you end up selling your crypto at a loss. I'm going to tell you a crazy story and you probably might not even believe me. When I first started creating crypto content on TikTok, I actually had a woman reach out to me because she wanted some help with her crypto. So we hopped on a Zoom meeting and we were having this one-on-one conversation. And she was crushing it in crypto. She grew her crypto portfolio up to $90,000 and she was only $10,000 from hitting her $100,000 profit goal. And this was years ago when Bitcoin was around that $64,000 price range. And I remember I looked at the market and I told her, hey, prices seem overextended. It's gone up quite a bit. I think it's time to take profit. She looked at me and she said, no, I'm only $10,000 away from $100,000. So I have to keep my money in. I'm almost there. So I looked at the market again. I'm like, no, prices are overextended. There's a very high likelihood that we are going to see prices drop. So you might as well take your profit right now. We ended the Zoom call and I never spoke to her. And then months later, she ended up reaching out to me. And she said she went from being up $90,000 to now being down negative $20,000. And you might think that is crazy. Why would anyone do that? Well, you have to think about it. It's actually really common. Sometimes we fall in love so much with that goal. Oh, I want to make 100K. I'm a good person. I just need $10,000 more. I just need $5,000 more. But the thing is, the market doesn't look at your goal. The market doesn't look if you're a good person. And you always have to keep in mind, whenever prices are overextended toward the upside, whenever prices hit all-time high, you have to take profit, because a normal person who understands the crypto market, actually you're abnormal because you obsess about it. You understand that no one will walk into a casino and would bet $90,000 just to make $10,000. So how come when it comes to the world of crypto, we are willing to take that bet? So as much as you want your favorite crypto project to run higher so you can hit that first 10K or that first 50K or 100K or $1 million, you have to keep in mind, if you commit yourself to just being a better trader, to just being a better investor, you will always make money. But if you just continue to chase the money, then you'll find yourself in a situation making bad decisions and you end up losing and walking away with a lot less than you came to the table with. We know that this was the largest liquidation in crypto history. Over $19 billion was lost from investors and traders in the market. And we know that this was because Donald Trump made a tweet saying that he was going to tear up China 100% starting November 1st. And there were some people on X that were posting some of their profits and loss, over $1.16 billion. Jeez, that is a big loss. I really hope this guy recovers from this. We had other people who took a smaller loss, $27,000. But still, look at this graph. This downtrend, this parabolic drop towards the downside is diabolical. And to add on to all that chaos was after the market did this massive liquidation, it actually ended up bouncing and coming back towards the upside. And it was all because Trump came back and made another tweet saying, don't worry about China. It will all be fine. But let's talk about what you can do so that next time there is an insane liquidation like this, it doesn't happen to you. Because the truth is, this liquidation isn't a surprise in the world of crypto. If you look back into the 2021 bull run, we saw that Bitcoin had a massive drop towards the downside where prices got completely obliterated. But then it came back and had another massive run towards the upside. And even this bull run right now, we've had so much negative news that have came out that has caused price to do a parabolic drop towards the downside and then bounce right back up. So let's talk about what you can do to prevent yourself from getting liquidated, so that no matter what happens, you're constantly growing your crypto wallet to get it nice, fat, and juicy. Taking your money and putting it in different exchanges. So whatever crypto you want to buy, you can see that there are multiple exchanges in which you can go to buy that crypto. So regardless, you're starting with $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, $1 million. Instead of just taking, let's say you have $2,000 and allocating it all in one platform, in case something happens, you can take that $2,000, split it up. You can put 1,000 here and 1,000 there. Now, the more you have, the more you can divide it. But let's just go with the $2,000. 1,000 can be allocated for you to do your trading, your leverage trading that you want to do. And then the other 1,000, you can have it on another platform, just in maybe Tether or maybe USDC or any stable coin, and be staking it and make passive income. That way you're focused on the money that you have in maybe that one platform to swing trade and to try to grow it to that first 10K, 50K, 100K, whatever goal that you set for yourself. But then the remainder is your reserve. In case you mess up with this first $1,000 or this first $2,000, you can go back there and you can pull that to add it onto your funds. And if there's ever some crazy liquidation, hey, guess what? You'll only lose this, but you have that in reserve in case something weird happens. You still aren't left empty-handed and you can get back in the game like we just saw. Even though there was a crazy liquidation and everyone lost money, the market actually bounced up and people made profit. And I wrote it right here in my private community, because we took profit when we saw prices skyrocketing towards that all-time high price range. And I said it in my private community. I'm so happy you all took profit and you secured the crypto bag, because when prices were pumping all the way up here, we took profit right there. Amazing exit, all-time high. And then when prices ended up dipping all the way down here, we bought again and it ran up and we sold right here. We took profit and now we can see the market moving back down. So remember these three crucial things. Number one, always split your funds. Do not take all your money and dump it all in one crypto platform. Number two, when you are looking at any crypto, once you start seeing Bitcoin hit all-time high, regardless if you have your money in Bitcoin or not, you have to take profit, because Bitcoin controls the crypto market. And when Bitcoin hits all-time high, this bull market, you typically always see prices end up coming back down, and it will take the rest of the crypto market with it. So remember, Bitcoin hits all time, we must take profit. Now, you don't have to sell your entire position, but definitely take something off the table, because prices ends up always moving downwards. And number three, whenever you see prices spike up very quickly within a short period of time, you have to take profit. Why? Because quick parabolic move towards the upside will always lead to another parabolic move towards the downside. And we see this pattern again and again and again in the crypto market. Because the crypto market went down because of tariff, this could potentially actually be a really good thing for the market. I know it sounds crazy, but let me explain. Is BNB. Now, before you start being a hater, I don't really like BNB. BNB, you guys have to pay attention to the facts. Now, what is the facts? The facts are, we saw a massive drop, massive liquidation, and we saw that BNB dropped all the way down to the $800 price range. But this is what happened with BNB that did not happen with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, Cardano, ADA, Tron, Hyper, Sui, all these other crypto projects, is that BNB, after this liquidation, it actually ran all the way up to hit a new all-time high. So we saw BNB run up to a new all-time high. Great. Everyone's making profit. Time to sell, by the way. And then prices ended up dropping all the way down. But what happened after? Up, up, and away like Superman. Brand new all-time high. It did. Let's measure how big of a move that is. It did a 54% move in the span of just a few days. That is why I have been saying, if you are brand new to crypto and you are looking to allocate your funds in a crypto that is not extremely volatile but still can give you good returns, it is good to check out BNB. Because right now, I believe we are in the BNB season. Meaning, if you look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin has been crushing it this bull run. What you can see right there, Bitcoin hit the bottom of the $15,000 price range, and then after that skyrocket up and away like Superman, all the way up to that 126k. So Bitcoin did over a 8x this bull run, and if you even compare it from its previous all-time high, which was in the 60k price range, Bitcoin did over a 2x from its previous all-time high. But if you compare that to how Ethereum has been moving, the Ethereum season has been really short. Ethereum really did well in the last month, where we saw Ethereum do over 50%. Now, I'm not an Ethereum hater. I like ETH. I'm a holder of ETH. I buy ETH, but ETH did do well in the sense that from its bear market bottom that we saw ETH go from the $800 price range all the way up almost $5,000. It was on the cuffs, just a hair from hitting $5,000. But if we look at it from its previous all-time high, which was around that $4,800 price range, to its current all-time high, which is right now, it was around $4,900. So Ethereum didn't even increase more than $300 from its previous all-time high. But if you compare it to BNB has been crushing it, and like I said, people are sleeping. BNB's all-time high in the previous bull market was the $690-ish price range, 692, and BNB skyrocketed all the way past $1,300 right there. And the bottom of the bear market, we saw BNB come all the way down to $192 price range to run back to another all-time high. So it did almost 10x. And the other crypto project that has been crushing it that a lot of people aren't really paying attention to is a crypto project that is on the BNB ecosystem. Now, I know naturally when we think of BNB, there aren't a lot of amazing crypto projects that come out of the BNB ecosystem, but this crypto project, you probably have heard of it, but a lot of people are sleeping on it. We got to wake up and catch some of these crypto gems to make sure we get our crypto wallet nice, fat, and juicy. What you can see right there, Bitcoin hit the bottom of the $15,000 price range, and then after that skyrocket up and away like Superman, all the way up to that 126k. So Bitcoin did over a 8x this bull run, and if you even compare it from its previous all-time high, which was in the 60k price range, Bitcoin did over a 2x from its previous all-time high. But if you compare that to how Ethereum has been moving, the Ethereum season has been really short. Ethereum really did well in the last month, where we saw Ethereum do over 50%. Now, I'm not an Ethereum hater. I like ETH. I'm a holder of ETH. I buy ETH, but ETH did do well in the sense that from its bear market bottom that we saw ETH go from the $800 price range all the way up almost $5,000. It was on the cuffs, just a hair from hitting $5,000. But if we look at it from its previous all-time high, which was around that $4,800 price range, to its current all-time high, which is right now, it was around $4,900. So Ethereum didn't even increase more than $300 from its previous all-time high. But if you compare it to BNB has been crushing it, and like I said, people are sleeping. BNB's all-time high in the previous bull market was the $690-ish price range, 692, and BNB skyrocketed all the way past $1,300 right there. And the bottom of the bear market, we saw BNB come all the way down to $192 price range to run back to another all-time high. So it did almost 10x. And the other crypto project that has been crushing it that a lot of people aren't really paying attention to is a crypto project that is on the BNB ecosystem. Now, I know naturally when we think of BNB, there aren't a lot of amazing crypto projects that come out of the BNB ecosystem, but this crypto project, you probably have heard of it, but a lot of people are sleeping on it. We got to wake up and catch some of these crypto gems to make sure we get our crypto wallet nice, fat, and juicy, which is Cake, you guys. Cake has been moving absolutely amazing lately, which is a crypto a lot of people are sleeping on. We saw Cake do an explosion toward the upside. From this low, we saw Cake run all the way up. It did a 86% move in the span of 2 days. And we know massive drop towards the downside like every other crypto project. But this is what a lot of people have missed out. If you look at the bottom of this drop to where Cake recovered, it did 157% move. This is why we play this game, you guys, for profits and gains like these in a span of like 2 days. That's as if you invested $5,000 and in the span of 2 to 3 days, you are close to $1,300. My mistake. You are close to $13,000. So I think Cake is definitely a crypto project to keep your eye out on. Next crypto project that I think is going to happen after we start seeing a little bit of a fade from the Binance season coming to an end, I think the next crypto project that we can see do well if the market reverses and prices continue to run up is going to be Solana. Now, I know Solana already pumped. I know Solana already hit an all-time high. I love Sol. Bought Solana at $4. Staked the heck out of Solana. So it dropped even lower. My average cost became $3. And Solana already hit its all-time high earlier on this year in 2025 when it was on the cups of hitting that $300 price range, and then prices going down. But with the Solana ETF that is probably going to get approved within a few weeks from now, I believe number one, the ETF is going to get approved. And after the Solana ETF gets approved, I think BlackRock and Grayscale, they're going to now submit so that we have a Solana staking ETF the exact same way they've submitted to have an Ethereum staking ETF. And I think that is really going to help Sol and the Sol ecosystem and some of the crypto projects that are built on Sol start moving and pumping and doing even better. But here is a major crypto warning that you need to know. When the Ethereum ETF got approved, we all thought the price of Ethereum was going to skyrocket and pump like crazy. But sadly, it didn't happen. The Ethereum ETF came out at a time when the crypto market wasn't doing so well. And we saw that downwards momentum or that sideways movement, that consolidation extended for quite a while. And Ethereum's ETF was significantly underperforming in the expectations that we had versus the Bitcoin ETF. When it came out, it was a time when the crypto market was pumping. A lot of people were excited, and that we saw that the Bitcoin ETF was one of the best, most successful ETF ever launched in regards to inflow of cash. So with all of these different ETFs that are coming out, we currently have the Solana ETF, we have an XRP ETF, we have a Doge ETF, we have a Tron ETF, we have a Cardano ETF, we have a SUI ETF. All of these ETFs where we're waiting on their approval, and we know a lot of them are going to get approved. And I didn't even name all of them. We still have the DOT ETF. I want people to know this, which is the reality is when these ETF gets approved, and they get approved at a time when the crypto market is struggling and not doing the best, don't expect that the day the ETF launches, if the stock market is doing bad, then we will not see that these ETFs suddenly run up and cause the crypto market to start pumping like crazy. But if these ETFs come out at a time when the situation between US and China settle down, we see that interest rates have been dropped, and we are seeing that October and November liquidity being pumped into the market like it typically does during these months, then we can see those ETFs do extremely well and pump the market very nicely. Make sure you subscribe and you hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. And if you want to level up your crypto, check the link below where I am doing a free crypto class to share what has helped me crush it and achieve my crypto goals.